It is 7:32 p.m., March 8th, 2022. I hope you've been well. I know I've kind of pulled a disappearing act. Um, Everything's okay. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I don't know, maybe you've been feeling this way. It's kind of felt like flowing in water. I don't really want to get too into it. My original intent was to bring a message, but to play with these cards, I wasn't really expecting to get really deep into it. The thing I'm being asked to share with you is that this fluidity, it, I'm uncertain how to word it, but it's like water taking shape. I'm having difficulty even speaking it out. It's like finding a new word or a new way to move my face. I can't even begin to tell you how squishy and at peace and calm I've been feeling. It's so strange for me to even say that after everything that I've gone through. But ever since the middle of February, I've been feeling like I'm just floating in water. I've tried to tune into the collective energies. I've tried to tune into different zodiac signs and different people and different tribes and things, and it just seems like I'm just floating through it, and I'm seeing it as scenery in the background, like that. And sorry about the camera. I'm like really, really tired. I don't know. But it's kind of like this, but instead of being speedy, I personally feel like I'm floating through water, whereas this feels like they're zooming through the air really fast. Maybe things are going to be picking up. Before I started the video, I was asking for a message that will benefit everybody. I really didn't ask for any kind of planetary or deep channel message or anything like that. But there is a big sense of a lot of people in a span of I don't know if you've been to Chicago, but the south side of Chicago, let's say 63rd, all the way to Evanston or Skokie, maybe even Waukegan, like that massive span of area. You might be relocating to a place like that, like somewhere that far. It's such a strange sensation to me to tune into this energetically. It I mean, if I was an electric eel in the water, and I sparked electricity. I can only imagine that this is what the electricity and the water would feel like to other fish. A zap of movement really quickly in your life. There might be some detours too. Today I was going to go do something, and it was just not. I was going to go to the store, but apparently I wasn't going to go to the store. I ended up doing a whole bunch of other things around the apartment instead. The desert, solitariness. Sorry, frankincense. Three little birds above a goatskin water holding thing over a desert. You're about to receive or you're about to give news to someone that is going to drastically have them feeling really, really lucky. Three people are involved in this. And there's a fourth person benefiting greatly. And by that person benefiting, the other four or other three benefit as well. It looks like these rain clouds here are being moved with the lightning and smoke in this person's trail to the desert. But this doesn't seem like the desert because those birds wouldn't be in the desert. These are the kind of birds I have outside my window. Those little, you probably have them too, they're like little brown birds. I know you've heard them in the videos tons of times when I record in the mornings. This thing looks weird to me though, something that isn't what it seems to be. You see that? What is that? Is it a person sitting on a swing? Is it a goat skin thing hanging off a like rope in the desert as water right there with a nozzle? Is it the image of a sheep or a lamb with its head tilted the other way? Do you see that? Or there's a woman standing there staring at a sandstorm. But there's footsteps going to that sandstorm. So somebody turned into a sandstorm. And she's just swinging there and playing. It's like someone's showing off a superpower. Or she's doing it and clearing out the dust in the desert. That image just changed shape so many times. Good God. Okay, in a very simplistic explanation, you're going to receive a message before the next 6 days, or you're going to give a message within the next 6 days that's going to it's a moment in time that marks a point in time in your life that you remember as a beacon. The Earth card is at the bottom of the deck. And I think it's weird how these two just were splitting apart like that. Between a voice, I think it was, and Earth. Oh, I've been the voice of the earth a lot of times on this channel. It is not an easy thing to do. And I'm not doing it right now. Time blossoming, a clock, and it's around 4 p.m. that's being illuminated right after 3 and 4, or in between 3 and 4, in the frontal cortex. And then all these times are different. There is a message of healing being brought to you that you're going to witness in your conscious aware day. It's not going to be a dream state thing. It's not going to be a illusion or a mirage type of vision. Something is going to be confirmed to you. 4, 5, 6, 13, 41, 42. Six, 4, 5. I can't help but see a juniper bush or a juniper tree, something that's like a Christmas tree, but juniper, full of Christmas lights. Can you think for a second what it would be like for a fairy to live inside of that? What it must look like from the point of view of that fairy. And then to see humans go about their day with all that TikTok and all that other stuff. And their perceptions of history and medicine and science and government and all of that. And religion and spirituality. And then there's someone speaking about growth, about evolution, about keys, about time, light. But there's nobody else there. For now. So this could be something you hear on this channel or a video that's on this channel that gets shared between 3 or 4 people. And then a voice that wasn't heard is heard at different time zones. Uh-oh. Oh no. This is such fluid energy, and it's so strange and foreign to me. It's like a room full of clocks, and there's one that's not ticking, and you can tell, but you can't tell which one it is. So it's familiar, but it's kind of odd. Personally, for me, this feels like a message that the channel is about to grow really big and I should be prepared. On a viewer message, there's a message being received and being given by the viewer that helps other people see the chaos in the distance as a theatrical show and to just let it go on and not get involved in it, but instead to listen to the truth being spoken way off in the distance in different timelines and different frequencies and vibrations, different parts of the brain. So the message gets received in, different brainwave states. There are different brainwaves when you're, you know, high or when you're sober. There's different brain states when you're awake in the morning and sleepy during the night. There's different ones during the evening, during afternoon. So depending on when you're hearing this message or other messages here, or you're giving those messages out, it's being heard differently by different people. But it's getting to at least 3 people who are helping one other person find and maintain peace in what looks like a barren, doomed situation. But there's help that's on the way that this person doesn't see. This is almost like this person getting off of the swing and then picking up the microphone and talking, because the branches here seem like the same branches from here. Kind of like that. And then what they hear here on the same ground is transmitted. But it's like a it's like a key you're trying to put into a lock and open it, but you got to jiggle the key first. It's almost as if Spirit God is asking me to tell you, the viewer, to re-watch this video or something else on the channel that you feel attracted towards. Because the time you spend watching that, depending on when you watch it, when that resonant light feeling comes up inside you, maybe between 3 and 4 p.m., something will come through and it'll just go, aha. Or it'll distract you long enough for a message to come to you or a messenger to get to you. So it's like a divine distraction being brought to you between 3 and 4 p.m. to keep you listening to something and observing something while something's happening behind you for your benefit. Better days are coming. Jinkies. Outer core and ice. Okay. Oh, Frida. You might want to melt your icy exterior and let love and beauty in to soften you. I know that's a personal message for myself as well, that it's time to melt the ice, queen, and let the soft, warm, romantic pearls and roses and vanilla and all that person come through. You know, the Venus Aphrodite, instead of the, oh, woe is me, I'm gonna bury the world in ice. Well, that messenger is going to show up anyway. So you can bury the world in ice, or you can, burn it to a crisp. Either way, it's time, biatch, to melt the ice of the outer core and let all that grief and regret go. Let it wash the barrenness, the dry skin off. 33, 13, 13. No, wait, why did I see that as 13? What the fuck? Why you triggering my eyeballs, huh? How dare you? No touchy the eyeballs, God. Good God. Rude. Personal space here, buddy. Oh, God. Don't smite me, bro. Don't smite me. Oh, no. No! You. Oh, the wind. And magnetism. Oh, you're a primal bitch, aren't you? Okay. So, the moment you shed your icy exterior and you allow yourself to be playful and fresh and dewy and sun kissed and warm and romantic and blah, blah, fucking gag me with a spoon. Like the opposite of that, okay? The moment you become fluid, like I was telling you earlier, I felt very squishy and warm blankets and just bubble baths and tubs of ice cream and just good soothing music. But that vibration gets scattered along the wind. And it attracts so many eyes, so many energies, where the energy of restriction becomes the energy of like, welcome to distraction. It's kind of like seeing the stars in the sky for the first time, and you're like, oh, well, okay. The blackout didn't really mean much of anything. I mean, it was 5 minutes, but we got to see the stars. Look at that. It's such a strange energy, like something being really washed away. And then here's the lake. Melting the icy core with a sense of the white horse, Christ consciousness, 33, a messenger of hope. I mean, the message of fertility is obvious here. There's even the cave right there. So there's an obvious message of you're attracting a child into your womb. And the higher your vibration and the more you deal with your emotional state, the freer you become as the mother you're becoming, or the father. That it saves you from drowning within that emotional grief while there is something growing in the emotions within your womb. It's like a bubble in a bubble. You want your waters to be pure. Even if they hold sadness, at least that sadness is a pure memory. You know? Even these memories here, the train tracks, the buildings, the roads, the dust, the cave drawings, the cities, the smoke, the whatever. You're just letting it go. You come out of the water and embrace your true self, and you release all that authentic vibration of self into the air, which is number 6. And then you have this right here as number 6. And it sends that message out into the world, even with you just being you. And it attracts these new eyes, new spirits, new energies, this new sense of peace and beginning. It creates a safer space within you for them. or around you for them. Oh boy. Transformation, pressure. So some of you that didn't think you could be pregnant, you're going to be really, really, really surprised. Just FYI, you might want to have a seat in about a week or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh shit, you guys. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. In 5 days, you or someone you know is going to tell you they're pregnant. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Wow. That's way beyond my pay grade, buddy. That's why. Why am I seeing this? Wow. Oh my goodness. Venus, Mars, Pluto, Uranus, Saturn, Venus, the Sun, and Jupiter. Okay. Oh no. Well, oh no, in a good way. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to put this message in a smaller format for you because it's a lot. It's a lot. Your perception of what it seems to be a human being is going to shift so drastically that you're going to realize what you're going to see the next step of what a human being is capable of. It's going to be revealed. And look at that. This is almost something like, I mean, it really feels as absurd to me, but not really. Like something as mind boggling, like you have to kind of stop and think about it and be like, wait a minute, what? And then if you really kind of study genetics or chromosomes, you'd be like, oh well, maybe. Then there's that sense of, oh, I mean, I guess it's possible. But at first you're kind of like, oh, what? It's kind of like seeing a person fly or teleport, or what you perceive to be a male get pregnant, or somebody swim underwater for like really long, really fast. It's going to put pressure on your perception of what it means to transform. And it definitely has to do with solar energy. Sun gazing at dawn and dusk. Definitely a big key. another number 6. 6, 6, 6, 6. And then the baby down here. Number 11. If you live in the east or somewhere with volcanoes, please be careful. There might be some rumblings. Something about a machine underground spinning a bunch of light. It kind of looks like that. Doing something that shakes something underground. That makes something go boom. And then something go, uh-oh. It's kind of like a movie scene where an accelerator goes bonkers and explodes, and it releases a wave of dark matter across the reality that changes all humans everywhere with this weird energy. Like instantly, it just goes whoop, and then we become something. What happens to carbon when it's under pressure? Turns into a diamond. There's lava here. There's lava here. What happens to all that coal, all that, rock, all that obsidian? Turns into crystals and minerals and nutrients. All that dark matter is just matter waiting to be created into something. It just needs to be given a voice and a clear intent. And here's that snow again. So you had all that grief and all that pain to teach you what you needed to learn. Okay. Wow, those messages just went everywhere. Guys, if you're working on that machine, please be careful. I mean, I don't think this is going to be. I think this is a wrinkle in time moment. It's meant to happen. The acceleration of human genetics in a way, but in a way that's almost accidental. Like, whoops. Whoops. Just made an entire planet of superhumans. Whoops. That's what this feels like. Someone just going about their day. They're processing something. They're getting a message. They're sharing it. And then they're not paying attention. And then out of nowhere, it goes, whoops, complete and utter transformation. It's instant. There's no delay between this transformation, the before and after. There's no loss of self. There's no disintegration. It's the purity of self breaking through. I've been telling you guys this for months on this channel, but I think it's been really missed because we're not really making eye contact, I guess. At least I'm not making eye contact with the camera, but you're not making eye contact with me. So maybe you haven't been hearing this message fully. But seriously, I don't know how else to tell you that all of our perception of what it means to be a human being is going to be changed very, very absurdly and drastically very soon. It's, I mean, to me, it's silly, but to other people, it might seem, depending on where you are on the spectrum, it might seem terrifying or it might seem absolutely hilarious. But to me, this machine going boom, like the Stargate exploding, causing a seismic shift. And then suddenly we have all the humans turning into fucking gods. It's a little absurd and funny to me. Like, I'm not worried about it. I can see exactly what the outcome is. And I'm telling you, there's nothing voice, there's nothing to be afraid of because it's bringing rain to that desert. I keep telling you there's something about pregnancy. For months now, I've been telling you for fucking months. It's really starting to like mess with my mind. Like, oh my God, dude, how am I? Oh my God, no. Whatever, no. But it's something like that. It's like believing like not even being given the choice to believe something or not. Like, here you go. Surprise, here's the baby. Like, what? Oh, surprise, here's the second one, and a dog, and a house with a fireplace. Sorry, what? I was just sitting over here on a swing in the desert. What do you mean after I took you know, took a bath in the tub, came out of the tub, made some coffee, sat there, recorded a video, and you're telling me throughout that process, reality shifted completely, and suddenly I'm a parent with kids and they're just sleeping in the other room, and you expect me to let go of all of what I've experienced and to believe that I can just see that occurring and not lose my fucking mind about it? Like, that's what this feels like. I just literally verbalized all of this. I mean, my God, like, what? I mean, it's one thing to become aware of your past life self and to really be able to be like, yep, that was me. I'm not surprised. It's another thing to see like your favorite celebrity just pop up in front of you and be like, hey, here's, a gajillion dollars. It's another thing to be like, oh, well, there's this island over here and it's in your name. I think you own it. So here you go. Oh, here's a boat and a jet plane too. I'm like, what? And then it's another thing to be like a beer drinking dude going to a bar and then someone suddenly like, oh, surprise, you're pregnant. And they're pregnant. Like, you would never expect this kind of thing to happen, but it's happening. And that desert gets so overwhelmed with water that it's almost like it freezes over in on itself because there's a moment of feeling like a sense of guilt at the realization of what the human body actually is and was, but only seeing it after the transformation. And the song playing right now is Love Pours Forth from the Heart of the Universe. No, it's Heart of the Universe by Peter Crater or Peter Cater. Heart of the Universe. There you go. The line was Love pours forth from the heart of the universe. And look, that kind of looks like a head right there with a hand holding that and a hand holding that. The back, the booty, the legs, going all the way down there to the toes. They're holding up the sun. There are wombs being healed. Fathers will become mothers. Mothers will know what it's like to become fathers while their husbands are mothers. The entire thing is shifting. Blue is turning to gold, not even to red, but to gold. It's like the blood in your stream turns from red to gold. There is purity in sadness. Don't run from it. All that sadness becomes like stalactite crystals underneath you. And they serve a purpose too. All those moments you were really sad, they make this moment that much better. I feel like my great grandkids are watching this video right now, and I'm at a stage where I don't even have like, I'm not at that stage yet. I'm not nowhere near that stage yet. But in their timeline, they're seeing it already, and I'm their grandparent, at 41. No idea what's about to happen in my life. This feels very like I'm being shown the tapestry, but it's not finished. I'm being shown the thread that's being woven right there. And it links to a woman and child. And the idea of woman is going to change. The idea of child bearer is going to change. There's new life coming. Oh my God, I just like zoned out so bad. Oh, I was leaning over those cards, completely oblivious. I'm even on the fucking camera. Oh my God. What did I tell you? The portals, the wombs, the gateways. Sophia. It's literally something you see on this channel. My camera. Look, I have books right here. There's books right there. Hi, it's me. Kindling the stars. It's something you see on this channel where you're like, holy shit. And it changes everything. There's a boat in the desert again. Or clouds. Whatever. There's so many tricks being played on my eyes right now. There's a little bird's nest. Carrying that baby. Grown up. Wait, it's a grown up? Dang it. I keep seeing a baby. Again with the number 6. Oh. There is a big message of having to change the way you live your life. I know I need to do the same thing. I need to get on a fucking routine. And it changes a lot of things. A lot of you can't be behaving, a lot of us can't be behaving in the same way we have been, especially knowing what we know now. It's that moment in time, that wrinkle in time that changes us from who we were, from going from maiden to mother to crone. It's that transition point, that transformation point. And I promise I will fix the camera. I will be in front of the camera. I will be more confident. I will do all these things. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I can hear you. So we have creation, resistance, discernment, and acceptance. Don't resist this. Know in your heart exactly what is for you and isn't for you by the way it feels. And just because it feels bad doesn't mean that it is. It could just mean that your perception is incorrect. Kind of like working for Skeletor and not realizing that Skeletor was the bad guy until you met He-Man. You know, resisting something and not knowing that what you were resisting was the birth of a new creation. I think it's a little strange how these two look the same by day and by night, looking at the stars, learning, deciphering, delivering messages. But there's something else going on. Because look at here. See that dress? Same one right there. Yeah, it would be nice to have somebody to create with on this journey. But if you had them and you didn't know what this resistance feels like, this just you and nature and the stars, if you didn't know what this felt like, this complete being alone in the universe, but also being so connected to everything at the same time, and knowing that no one ever will know what goes on inside you, but at the same time knowing that you know exactly what's going on inside them. And that's your gift to balance. True empathy, which means you become kinder to yourself because you carry something that is both a gift and a burden. You carry the spark. So you have to be kinder to yourself. We all do. Because they resist that path of wisdom. They resisted it. You don't have to. You didn't. You realize that even if you can feel what they feel and they don't feel what you feel, it's okay. Even if they don't see you. Because in a way you become you become a mother to all of them. It's a sense of maturity, a light inside that reveals so much about self and others, even if their minds are too clouded to comprehend what it is they see or hear. And remember earlier I was mentioning all those planets. And here they are. It's like the planets are your family, and the people on the planets, they're not meant to be your tribe. You're a goddess or a god to them. You're meant to lead them, to guide them, to be a mother or a father to them, not to be like them. They want to be like you, but you need to be more like you so that the spark you give them ignites truth and a legacy that isn't tarnished by misinterpretation, because it was very simple to begin with. It's how all those planets get along. But if you keep resisting and thinking that you're just this human when you're not, then it's kind of like what happens to her, isn't it? She held on to that density and became a planet. She got covered in her emotions being depicted as life and elements. But in reality, she's everything there is. The goddess. So you all have that in you. But when you hide it and you pretend to be like them, I thought this said perfection, but it says fecundity, and I have no idea what that means. But it looks like being afraid of oneself to me. Like there's something broken or missing. It feels like Sophia incarnating herself as a human being and then forgetting that she was this because she experienced a really hard life as a person. And the thought of her being that is so resistant to who she is as this broken person that she can't accept that she's actually that. It can also be something as simple as someone being pregnant and not being able to accept it. They don't realize, they don't accept it. It could be possible. Do you sense this energy? Do you sense this strange, like reaching for something and just before you get to it, it dissipates? It's like no matter how much you try to learn or do or see or experience, you're already up in the clouds, apparently, in a boat that can fly. What are you reaching up for? Unless she's putting something up at the highest point that she can possibly reach. A wish, a North Star. Isn't this what everybody wants? I love you guys, whoever it is watching these videos, because I never really intend for them to get this deep. I'm usually just sitting here around here playing a video game or meditating or something. And then I'm like, okay, it's time to do a reading. Most of the time, or it's a message I hear. And then these messages get so deep. It's very humbling to me to be able to bring these messages to you, that I need to deliver changes the way I deliver them to you. I can see the gravity of what I hold and the gift I have. Not the full extent of it, but I'm transforming the way I see it. And that's what you're being asked to do as well. It's a reluctant accepting of what's actually happening, even if you don't feel worthy or ready. That rain is coming to rain down on this desert one way or another. And it will bloom. And you will feel free. And you will have this. But you have the wisdom to accept it and go with the flow instead of resist. Because something is being given within 4 days between 4 people to a fifth, or 3 people to a fourth. You're an Aeon, Harry. You belong to paradise. Yet another 6. There is deep Venusian Christ consciousness, goddess energy here. Very, very deeply. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me get that deck then. Just because the synchronicity would be amusing. Sorry if you can hear my stomach rumbling. I haven't had breakfast or lunch yet for some odd reason. I have not been hungry one bit, but apparently I should go eat. Dang it. Amaterasu, the goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. If you really think about it, if you hold 2 mirrors in front of each other and you put a candle in between, they're both reflecting the same light infinitely. But if you put a candle, or if you put a, flashlight there, they'll both reflect the flashlight. So if the light is your consciousness, and we're all reflecting that light back at each other anyway, you could have your consciousness believe, oh my goodness, in the impossible. I provide heaven and earth for myself. I am spiritually and financially abundant. The mother of believers, Khadijah. I don't really want to get too deep into this because, yeah, Our Lady of the Hermits, go within. There's something within you that needs to change within your consciousness and what you believe you're worth. Because we're all reflecting back the same light. We're all reflecting back the same consciousness in different points. So if you're reflecting, your life is being shown to you in a different way, that means your consciousness is emitting a light that is reflecting a certain wavelength, right? Certain color. There's a lot of red here, a lot of root chakra fear, financial issues and money and all those kind of thoughts. If you actually sit down and think about those things, how many of them are actually true and how many are not? And if someone came up to you and gave you $1 million, would you know what to do with it? And if you do, could you make $10 million out of it? Or is that $1 million it? It's just a one-time bloop in your radar. Your mind is required to shift, to allow a higher sense of receptivity to occur, a different fashion sense, a different makeup sense, a different environment, a different furniture layout. Just upgrade, 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 upgrade. Upgrade everything. You're not doing it for anyone else. You're doing it for yourself. They're all reflecting that light you're shining back at you. So make your light as bright as it can be and let them shine back that bright light. That way it changes the entire collective, like we've been going through this reading, especially with that Cern machine going bonkers and emitting this weird light, and it upgrades everybody. Your mind has to upgrade with it or you're going to go crazy. I mean, if two little kids ran out from the bedroom right now behind me and were like, "Man," I'd freak the fuck out. But I wouldn't be able to freak out. I'd just, have to sit here and respond very rationally, because anything else would be very odd. It would be resistant. It wouldn't be discerning. It would attract a fearful energy. Another 6, you belong to paradise. Guys, I don't know much about astrology, but there's something going on with Venus and Mars and watery planets. I don't know what that means to you. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I don't know. Yeah, the message is over. I hope that helps you. I'm not picking up much of anything else right now, other than my rumbling tummy. I do feel a massive urge to hug you. I don't know why, but I hope you can feel that spiritual hug, because I do love you. I know a lot of people say that, and I don't really know who's watching this video, but I see your God spark, and these videos are directed at your God spark, not at your ego. So I know you hear me. I know I love you. I know you know that you're going to be okay no matter what you're going through. And I know you know that help, support, and family and comfort are just a phone call away. Look what I got. Sorry. Now I don't have to point at things with my finger. I can point at them with this. Anyway, I'm going to go eat something. My God, it's been an hour and 3 minutes. 8:35 p.m. I don't even know when I started this. What was an hour ago? 7:32 p.m. What? Oh my God. Man, I didn't even get any tarot. Time goes by so quickly when I channel. Oh my God. I love you guys. I keep seeing the word rewatch, so I'm probably going to rewatch this myself. I don't really rewatch my own readings, but sometimes I do. So I don't know. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye.